What's going on, guys? Welcome on back to the channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. It is Friday, April 18th. We made it. We made it. We made it. We have a 15-game slate on tap for today. Very quickly, I want to give you a recap of my yesterday. It was abysmal. I got annihilated.
You're a dummy, bitch. You will never know shit.
But with that being said, we're not going to waste no more time. We're going to jump into it. Like I said, a 15-game slate. Guys, please do not forget at the end of the video, the dollar parlay play of the day. If there's one thing you should play in this video, it is our $2 parlay plays at the end of the video. With all of that being said, good luck to everybody, and let's jump into it. All right, our first game of the day is the only 2 o'clock early-ish game. It's the Arizona Diamondbacks starting a series out in Chicago with the Cubs. Arizona is favored in this matchup, most likely to do with Corbin Burnes on the mound. But we are taking Cubs on the money line in this one. The game total is set at 11. I don't know how you have Corbin Burnes on the mound and set the total at 11, but there it is. And we like the under in this one. For our hitting props, we're playing 2 Cubs. We're taking Tucker as well as Suzuki. Then we move on to our pitching props. And we're taking Burnes of the Arizona Diamondbacks to go under his 5.5 line. And we're playing Ray of the Cubs to go over his 3.5 strikeouts in this game. Then we continue along. One of the games we got everything accurate in yesterday was our Detroit-Kansas City game. And just like yesterday, we're taking Detroit on the money line. Today, we're playing the over 7.5 points. For our hitting props, we're taking Carpenter of Detroit and Bobby Witt Jr. of Kansas City. Now we move on to our pitching props. And we're playing Regans of the Kansas City Royal to go under his line, under 7.5 strikeouts. But Job of the Detroit Tigers, we're playing over 3.5 strikeouts in this game. Then after that, we have another series getting ready to start today. The Cleveland Guardians in Pittsburgh taking on the Pirates. In this one, we're taking Cleveland on the money line. We like the under in this one, under 8.5. For our hitter props, 2 total bases, we're taking Ramirez of the Guardians, and we're taking Reynolds of the Pirates. Then we look at our pitcher props. We're taking Ortiz of the Guardians to go over his line, over 4.5. And then we like Pittsburgh's Molzinski to go over his 3.5 strikeouts. So we're playing the overs for both starting pitchers in this one. On after that, we have another matchup starting up. And it's a NL East matchup. We got the Miami Marlins in Philadelphia taking on the Phillies. This is a very good pitching matchup today with Alcantara and Wheeler on the mound. We are playing Philly, though, to cover the points. The 1.5 point spread here. The game total is set at 7.5, and we like the over in this one. For our hitter props, 2 total bases, we're taking 2 Phillies, Kyle Schwarber and Bryce Harper. Then for our pitching props, we're taking Alcantara of the Phillies to go over his 4.5 strikeouts. Wheeler of the Phillies, we're playing under his 7.5 strikeouts in this game today. On after that, we got the Baltimore Orioles and the Cincinnati Reds starting a series in Baltimore. And we like Baltimore on the money line in this one. For the game total of 9, we like the under. For our hitting props, 2 total bases, we're taking Mullins of the Baltimore Orioles and Friedel of the Cincinnati Reds. Then we look at our pitching props. Abbott of the Cincinnati Reds, we're taking under 4.5 Ks. And Povich of the Baltimore Orioles, we're taking over 4.5 strikeouts in this game. Then we continue along. We got the Yankees and the Rays. The Yankees taking the first game yesterday. Yankees favored in this one today. I could see this matchup being a bit closer. I'm playing Tampa Bay plus the 1.5 points today. The game total is set at an 8.5. And we're playing the under in this one. For our hitter props, 2 total bases, we're taking Rice of the Yankees, and we're taking Lowe of the Rays. For our pitching props, Rodon of the Yankees, we like his over 6.5 strikeouts today. Rasmussen, we're taking his under 5.5 Ks in this. Alrighty, moving along, we have another series starting off here. We got the Seattle Mariners in Toronto playing the Blue Jays. And we're taking Toronto on the money line in this one. The game total is set at 8, and we like the over. For our 2 total bases batting props, we're taking Bo Bichette of the Jays and Regan of Cal Raleigh of the Seattle Mariners. Then we look at our pitching props, and we're taking Wu of the Mariners to go over 4.5 strikeouts, but we're playing Francis of the Blue Jays to go under 5.5 Ks today. All right, continuing along after that, we got the Cardinals and the Mets, and the Mets took the first game yesterday. Today we're playing Mets to cover the spread. They're favored, and we're taking them to cover the 1.5 points. The game total is set at 8, and we're playing the under in this one. For our hitting props, we're taking Notebar of the Cardinals, and we're taking Soto of the Mets. For our pitching props, we're taking Mikolas of the Cardinals to go over his line, over 3.5 strikeouts, and Peterson of the Mets to go under 5.5 Ks here today. Then on after that, another series starting off. We have the White Sox going to Boston to play the Red Sox. They've already played this season. The White Sox took the first 2 out of 3 in that one in Chicago. This one in Boston, we're taking tonight. We're taking Boston on the money line. The game total is set at 9, and we like the under in this one. For our hitting props, 2 total bases, we're taking Devers of the Red Sox as well as Story of the Red Sox. The Red Sox have not listed their starting pitcher yet. The White Sox have, who is Perez. And we like his under in this one. We're taking under 4.5 strikeouts for Perez of the White Sox. And after that, we have the Minnesota Twins going to Atlanta to play the Braves. We like Atlanta on the money line in this one. And the game total of 8.5, we're playing the under. For our batter props, 2 total bases, we're playing Ozuna of the Braves as well as Riley. Then we look at our pitching props. Paddock of the Paddock of the Minnesota Twins. We'll have him going under his 4.5 Ks. Elder of the Braves, we're playing over 4.5 strikeouts. On after that, the Texas Rangers go to Los Angeles to start a series with the Dodgers. Texas coming off a good series against the Angels. But in today's game, we're taking the Dodgers on the money line. The game total is set at 8, and we like the over in this one. For our batting props, 2 total bases, we're taking 2 Dodgers. We're taking Edman and Ohtani. Then we look at our pitching props, and in this game, it's a good pitching matchup as well. We got Yamamoto of the Dodgers going under his 6.5 Ks. But DeGrom of the Texas Rangers were playing his over 6.5 strikeouts here today. Here we go with another interdivision matchup. We got the San Diego Padres going to Houston to start a series with the Astros. Houston is favored in this game today, and I'm playing San Diego on the money line. The game total at 9, and we like the over in this one. For our batting props, 2 total bases, we're taking Fernando Tatis Jr. of the Padres and Yordan Alvarez of the Astros. Then we look at our pitching props, and we like Gusto to go under his line of 4.5. But Hart of the Astros, we're taking over 3.5 Ks in this one. On after that, we have the Athletics going to Milwaukee to start a series with the Brewers. And in this one, we're playing Milwaukee on the money line. The game total is at 8 in this one, and we like the under. For our batter props, 2 total bases, we're taking Rooker of the Athletics and Cherio of the Milwaukee Brewers. Moving on to our pitching props. And Jin of the Athletics, we're playing under 4.5 Ks. Peralta of the Milwaukee Brewers, we're taking his over 6.5 strikeouts today. And after that, the Washington Nationals go to Colorado to start a series with the Rockies. Washington favored inside tonight's game, and we're playing Colorado on the money line. The game total at 8.5, we're playing the over. For our batter props, 2 total bases, we're taking Lowe of the Nats and Tovier of the Rockies. For our pitching props, we like Gore to go over 6.5 Ks today, and Dollander to go over 4.5 Ks. So we're taking 2 overs for our pitching props. All right, here we are, last game of the day. We have the San Francisco Giants going to Los Angeles to start a series with the Angels. And in this one tonight, we're taking San Francisco on the money line. For the game total of 8, we like the under in this one. Then our batter props, 2 total bases. We're taking Trout of the Angels to have 2 total bases, as well as Chapman of the Giants. Then we look at our pitching props, and we're playing Logan Webb of the Giants to go over 5.5 Ks. but we're playing Anderson of the Angels to go under 4.5 strikeouts. Alright guys, once again, thank you for clicking on this video. Before we get out of here, our $2 parlay plays of the day. Our first one will be our pitching props parlay. And with this, we start off with Houston Astros starting pitcher Gusto to go under his line. We have Los Angeles Angels starting pitcher Anderson to go under his line. Baltimore Orioles starting pitcher Povich to go over. Cleveland Guardians starting pitcher Ortiz to go over. And Colorado Rockies starting pitcher Dollander to go over. All 5 of those gentlemen in a dollar parlay should pay upwards of $35. Then we move on to our hitting props parlay. And we're taking Juan Soto of the Mets. We're taking Mike Trout of the Angels. We're taking Fernando Tatis Jr. of the Padres. We're taking Shohei Ohtani of the Dodgers. And Riley of the Braves. And we're taking all 5 of those gentlemen and putting them in a 5-leg parlay, playing it for $1, and that should pay upwards of $80 today. Ladies and gentlemen, good luck to everyone. We're close to a month in the season. I promise you guys, we're going to be locking in more. We're seeing everyone's fluidity. We're seeing how people match up against each other this season. We're going to lock in. I appreciate all of you guys, and I'm going to catch you on the next one.